We gonna get this show rolling, man. We got a good one for y'all today. Up first, we's in the midst of college football. Them Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs upset by South Carolina. Open up the game as a 24.5-point favorite. I mean, it's a gruesome loss. It's a gruesome loss. But season ain't over. Season ain't over. There has not been a SEC East team to go undefeated to the SEC championship since Florida did it and won the whole thing with Tebow. So, I still like Georgia chances. The people are still respecting Georgia. That's why they just dropped to number 10. Georgia controls its destination.
That's an ugly loss, though, E.
Out. It's an ugly loss. And it's definitely on Fromm and it's on Kirby. It's on Kirby because of the coaching tactics. I think he's learning on the job. He owned up to it. He took accountability. But Jake Fromm had the worst game of his life. 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions. And I seen somebody post some UGA film to where he just missed like a couple plays where the wide receiver was wide open and he still threw into double coverage. It just wasn't Fromm like.
Hey, look, how do them Bulldogs retaliate off that loss though?
Good thing is Kentucky this week. Good thing is Kentucky this week and not Florida. I think it would have been a lot more pressure had Florida been this week, but you get Kentucky this week. They're struggling. They just started a wide receiver at quarterback last week. So that's kind of they can't overlook Kentucky, but at the same time, they get a week off before Florida. So should be good.
Hey, man, that what we think, though, but shit, South Carolina brought in a second-string quarterback.
Yeah, but what did he do? Absolutely nothing.
He didn't, but
he didn't do nothing.
Georgia so couldn't capitalize off of it, man.
It wasn't on the defense.
Fromm really disappointed me, too, though, man. Like, I expected more from him. Like, that particular game really messed up his Heisman hopeful and everything. So, I'm really anxious to see what my boy got to say down here, man.
JD?
First of all, he was never going to get no damn Heisman. That's first of all. Second of all, I mean, what they're a running team. Why would we think listen, hey. This is my issue with people. People think I just hate Georgia. I don't hate Georgia. I want somebody from Georgia to win as a state. You hear me?
I like that.
So my thing is I call it how I see it. Just like I call any other team, even Georgia Tech, I call it how I see it. But all of a sudden when it's about Georgia, I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm calling the same thing that happens every year. Jake Fromm is 0-5 when he have over 30 attempts. When you contain the run, Swift still had over 100 yards. But we know how many yards that UGA have total because they don't just use Swift. Yeah. So at the end of the day, when Fromm is forced to actually go out there and win the game, 0-5, he don't do it. South Carolina, Alabama, LSU, when you can kind of put a hamper on the run, and you can kind of put some points up, however it may come, whether it's running, passing, or pick sixes or whatever, or field goals, however you can kind of put points up against Georgia, you have a chance every time. Like South Carolina quarterback didn't do nothing impressive. Well, the backup didn't do nothing. The backup didn't do nothing impressive. Yeah. But at the end of the day, he did the same thing Jake Fromm do every game. He come out and don't lose the game. He didn't lose the game. He didn't win the game either. Now, as far as Blankenship, the greatest kicker I've seen in a while. I don't put that on him. I like him. Where do you draft kickers? I mean, shit. Fifth round maybe.
Tampa Bay took one in the first, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think people gonna make that mistakes because they see how even in the NFL how inconsistent these kickers are. So I don't think kickers kind of would get drafted that high anymore. But I see them getting drafted. You feel me?
Oh, he definitely gonna get drafted.
A lot of kickers be pickups. They don't really get drafted. Yeah, so I don't have an issue with him. I don't really have an issue. Surprisingly, I don't have an issue with Jake Fromm. Because I already knew exactly what Jake Fromm was. He's not a sorry quarterback, but he's kind of like an Alex Smith. He's a safe quarterback. Listen, his average attempt passing last game was 5 yards, 5.8 yards an attempt. He's not throwing. it's not he gets some completions deep, but it's not at a high rate. Most of his passes is to the flats to the running back or within 10 yards. I mean, come on, majority of them. But Georgia is so good, it masks that until you play a good defense. So my thing is, Georgia, like you said, Georgia have to win out. Florida has a good defense. Auburn still got Georgia, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU.
Yeah, Auburn got a hard match.
So I think Auburn can win one of them. I don't know which one, but I think they can. I don't think they'll go 0-3 with those 3 games.
Gotta see when if they win one, they have to win that first one.
But here's my thing. Georgia got to stop playing so conservative. Like I said, I don't blame Jake Fromm. He made some mistakes. He not perfect. I put all this on the coaches. I put all of it on the coaches. You got the guy when you got to lead. You got to. I know it wasn't last game, but when you got to lead, you got to put your foot on people's neck. You see what I'm saying? You got to tighten up with your play calling. You got to tighten up with everything. I don't know what Kirby be thinking. Him and other teams in Georgia be thinking with they coaching. But this is ridiculous. I'm about fed up with, and I'm not even a Georgia fan, but I'm about fed up with this mediocre ass coaching. And everybody know what Georgia gonna do. You're gonna come out and you're gonna run it on first and second, majority of the time. You're gonna come out and you're gonna run it on first, second, you're gonna throw them third. Third gonna be, you might have a 3rd and 5 or lower. Then you're going to try to throw. That's why his average is 5.8. I'm not lying. This is true stat. Because all you need is 5 yards for this first down.
No. At the same time, you have to understand what makes a stats. He had a lot of attempts last game. That's why it was 5.8, but that's not his season average. That's not his career average. That's one game. The man threw the ball 51 times last game.
And that's too much.
That's way too much.
Georgia quarterback.
Yeah, that's way too much for Fromm.
I feel like there was the game for them to let Fromm do his thing, but it showed up. It showed up that he couldn't really do it.
I mean, I can't say he couldn't really do it.
You
have to fault the coaches too, because even after the 4 turnovers, Fromm took his nuts and took them and tied the game. That was all Fromm doing.
Hey, I'm with you. Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
I'm actually a Fromm fan.
Yeah, it's with the play call. And in the first overtime, Fromm missed a key pass. I'm talking about they just busted coverage, forgot about the wide receiver. He coming across on the cross, wide open, but Fromm threw to the corner of the end zone where it was double covered. So yeah, plays like that, you have to dock Fromm. But I mean,
here's my thing. The win is going to be on. I don't care if Georgia runs for 500 yards. The win going to be on Fromm.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So the loss going to be on him. I mean, that's just only natural. But my thing is, at this point, I got some more stuff to say about other Georgia teams. But at this point, I have the same question for Georgia. At this point, what's the difference between Mark Richt and Kirby? That's the next question. Because, I mean, we understand you went to a championship.
Ain't no damn difference.
But you still dropping that one pivotal game that'll keep you from getting to where you need to be. It's so, listen.
You're getting the same recruit.
I understand that Georgia can still get to where they need to be with one loss. But this one loss is so bad. They was at home too.
It is bad, but it's not as bad as you make it. For one, the SEC, the SEC is the toughest conference in college football. Period. Hands down, they just had 5-6 teams in the top 10. They're gonna knock each other out. That's how the SEC is. That's why Georgia is still in position to make the playoffs and make the national championship game should they take care of their business. That's all they got to do, because you have to look at the path. You have to look at the path that they have to take to get there, the teams that they have to play to get there. You still got an SEC championship. You still got to come from the East. We're talking about a Georgia team that was their first loss in the SEC East since 2016, and they have beat every team by double-digit points. So I mean, it's just like it's a loss, but it's not as bad.
Beat what team by double-digit points?
Every team in the SEC East has lost by double-digit points to Georgia since 2016.
Hey,
okay, what that got to do with this year?
This the thing though. they can't lose to South Carolina.
You can't lose that game.
You can't lose to South Carolina.
So with their third quarterback,
we got
and you at home.
We got if we're gonna lose, we got to lose to LSU, Auburn,
Florida.
It got to be a top dog. It got to be a top dog team. But we can't lose to South Carolina.
South Carolina is a conference game, so the same teams.
No, I understand that.
The same team that you're
understand.
naming are in the same conference. That's how hard it is.
Hey, but South Carolina, man, South Carolina.
Put it like this: Alabama
hell,
and LSU not losing to South Carolina. Okay, what we gonna say about that? Listen, this is where I'm at now. I don't consider Georgia in the same tier as Alabama, Clemson, and LSU now. I consider. I don't.
Yeah, you're tired.
And it's not based on. Hear me out. I'm not. This ain't no hate stuff. This is not based on players. This is based on coaching. I don't consider them in that same field as those guys. Not this year. Now maybe last year, yeah. Year before, yeah. Year before, yeah. This year, I don't. They've dropped off, and this is. I'm only speaking presently. I'm not speaking of a couple weeks ago. Now I don't consider them in that same. Just like you have high hopes for teams, and then I don't Michigan and shit. I don't consider Georgia in that same tier right now.
Hey, so JD, so basically you don't have Georgia winning out.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying from what that was a bad loss. They got to place a couple more tough games. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, they got to put some junk.
I'm not saying it can't happen.
And they got the talent. The talent is there.
Yeah.
And you talking about? I mean, the defense is superb. Number 2 scoring defense in the SEC. Number 1 rush defense in the SEC. They got 14 and a half sacks already this year. Had 12 total last year. So the defense is legit. The offense is legit. They just got to figure the shit out.
Run the ball.
Okay, I got one more question for y'all. Justin Fields, what was it a mistake or is not? It was. You get what I'm trying to say? Is it a mistake? Did Georgia make a mistake?
Nah.
Because listen, this is what I heard all year, and it was from E. He a Georgia fan. I had to take his word for it because maybe he knows somebody. He got a listening device in Kirby office or something.
I got some boosters in the app.
You know, but at the end of the day, they say the guy can't read plays. The guy ain't that good. He not better than Fromm. I heard that the whole year. They when they put him out there, just like they limit Fromm. They don't let Fromm loose.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
When they put Fields out there, they put Fields out there. Just do a RPO and keep it tucking and run it. We didn't see Fields really throw the ball, so we thought, maybe he not that good. And then he go to Ohio State and beasting. So we know that's two different things. We know it's two different conferences. But all I'm saying is everything that I was hearing last year, it seems to be false. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the same thing with Jalen Hurts, though. I mean, he went up.
Yeah, they said he was limited, and he's playing awesome.
Yeah, but at the same time, they playing a defense that will be third string in the SEC. It's not the same. You're not playing the same caliber of players.
I agree to that too, though.
You getting all the players the SEC don't want.
To a certain extent,
he's an athlete. He's just because you play the SEC.
Athlete, hell,
he's an athlete.
If he's such an athlete, he would have survived the SEC. He didn't.
No, what you mean? No, hell no. How can you survive the SEC when they won't let you start?
Okay. So why? So why not go elsewhere in the SEC if you that good?
He wanted to play at Georgia from here.
Okay, I understand that. But once you made up your mind to transfer, why wouldn't you go to the SEC? That's my question. Because you're not playing the same level of defense at Ohio State. Ohio State got their first real test, probably their only damn test this season, next week when they play Wisconsin. That's it.
So E. Fields has not been impressive. That's all I'm asking you.
No, you have to look at who
he has not been impressive.
I ain't gonna say he ain't been impressive. He ain't been impressive.
He has not been impressive.
Because they ain't playing no top-notch defense.
Yeah, and then we talk about the same Fields that was in a quarterback battle damn near up to the start of the first week.
I'm taking Hurts over Fields.
Hurts ain't played nobody either.
Played Texas.
What? Texas with 2 losses.
Texas beat Georgia.
Texas beat Georgia. Texas beat a half team Georgia.
It don't matter. They beat them. They beat them.
He played Texas.
What number Texas rank? They're like 22 now.
Now, but going
Yeah,
into
that's what I'm
that
saying.
game.
The
Hold on,
Texans
time
ain't
out. Whoa. We can't use that argument, brother.
And they still ranked,
Hold
too.
up. We can't use that argument because West South Carolina ranked nothing.
But at the same time, Georgia
They
still
ranked
ranked.
South
Georgia
Carolina
still
ranked 52.
52 or some shit.
Yeah, but Georgia is still ranked, and Georgia still ranked in the top 10. So that just let you know right there, the voters ain't no damn fool. They understand a slip up when they see a slip up. That's all it was. You can't take it for nothing there. That's it.
I ain't gonna say no slip up. No,
That's all it was, Ed.
Hey, look,
4
they
turnovers.
They
You got
low.
your quarterback and your kicker have the worst game of their career.
Hey, bro.
We talking about a quarterback
it's
and a
football.
kicker that's considered one of the best at their position.
It's football.
Hey, well, shit.
It's
Hey,
football.
Hey, look. Man,
So that
shit.
mean the teams that y'all beat, really, they just had a bad week. They could beat y'all any week then.
We beat a top 10 team already. So what are you talking about? You see
but
what
you
I'm
lost
saying?
to one on their third quarterback.
Yeah, but that's
And
what
they not ranked.
But that's what I'm telling you, JD. We have seen a Georgia team that has beat a top 10 team. That's how you know the loss at South Carolina was a slip up.
You can't lose to that.
I
Carolina
understand
team,
that,
though.
but y'all got to understand this
I like
shit
Georgia.
happens in the SEC.
No,
This is how the
no,
SEC operates.
No,
Okay,
it don't.
okay,
It don't.
okay.
It don't.
Okay.
Not in the tier that you think you in. They don't lose.
I guarantee y'all right now there will not be an undefeated SEC team in the SEC championship. Period.
But they gonna lose to each other. They not gonna lose to
Exactly.
South Carolina, Kentucky.
But this is the same each other though. This is the same conference.
Man, no. Hey, look. It's just 4 teams in the conference. Really.
Does-
4 teams
okay,
in the
so
conference.
so does Georgia lost to South Carolina go on a different column than LSU lost to Alabama? Does it go in a different column or does they go in the same conference loss?
Hey, when it comes to the playoff, it go in a different column.
When it's time for that, when them to pick them teams, yes, it does matter.
When it come down to the playoff, it's gonna be about all about who beat who in the SEC championship.
Nah,
I'm telling you that now. That's what it's gonna be about.
Man,
Because the SEC
man.
right now, the SEC is the only conference that has more losing records than winning records. But if you look at it, it's because the SEC is beating each other. They schedule more conference games earlier now, so you're seeing more SEC games early in the schedule.
It only been one big SEC game though.
I mean, I understand that the totality of the game. But at the same time, you got SEC teams.
I thought it
that are
all
playing.
balanced out in the end.
Exactly, it do. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
You
thought
got
every conference
you got
played each other.
SEC teams, yeah, but at the same time, you ain't got other conferences that's got 3 or 4 teams in the top 10 playing each other. You see what I'm saying? Like
They ain't played each other yet though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But they still got to play each other before it's said and done.
And they gonna cancel out. But that's when we should be having that conversation. We shouldn't be having a conversation about South Carolina.
But at the same time, South Carolina is in the same conference.
But shit,
Then the same, are they not?
man, come on,
Facts.
man. Hey, look,
Facts.
man, that's the only
We
thing
speaking
you can say
about
on-
facts,
Hey,
though.
you right. you
Exactly.
right. You right. But South Carolina though.
I understand South
What's
Carolina
facts is
South
you third
Carolina.
in the East now.
Ooh,
Hey,
no, I'm not.
I
You
met with
third in
Georgia,
the
too.
East.
No, I'm not. I'm
Why you
second.
not?
I'm second in the East.
You really third.
No. I'm still tied for first in the East. And you talking about Georgia got 1 loss and Florida got 1 loss.
In the
listen,
in the conference, in the East.
Hey, listen,
What's our record? What's our record in the East?
Missouri number 1 in the East, right? But we don't even consider Missouri.
Oh yeah. But that's because by the time Missouri
Because
play
they ain't
everybody,
played. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
So-
we ain't played nobody neither.
How much you bet? How
Play
much?
Vanderbilt.
Man, come on, man.
See, I mean that's
Hey,
the first game of
I'm
the
saying,
season.
I'm talking about who played South Carolina and Vanderbilt. That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. E. That's who he played, bro.
At the same time, you still got Florida left. You still got Texas A&M. You got Missouri. You got Auburn. I mean, you still got them left. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, now if Georgia,
If Georgia win out, they in the national championship. I mean, they in the playoff. They gonna make
whoever
playoff
come from
regardless, I
whoever
think.
go come from the SEC gonna be in the playoff. It's just gonna be a matter of do you put in Ohio State or Oklahoma? That's just gonna be.
Oh,
a
you
matter.
damn right. You got to.
I'm saying that, but if you put both of them in, then you're only gonna put one SEC team in,
That was my prediction.
and it's not gonna be.
Yeah,
fair.
it's always gonna be one.
It is not gonna be fair to the SEC because everybody got to play each other. So it's just like LSU gonna be sitting right there with one loss if they lose to Alabama, and Alabama go to the SEC championship. But I really think that Auburn, Alabama, LSU gonna split through. They gonna split some kind of way. Auburn gonna beat one of them. Them two still got to play each other. So
all right. Actually, Florida is 3-1. You 2-1.
Oh, okay. So Florida played more games. Wow. Okay.
You just said you were tied for first. You just said you tied for first.
Still, we got Florida in 3 weeks. Shit, we'll see them. We'll take care of them then.
Hey, what's the conversation with Florida beat? We might have to just do the show by ourselves. I said, good luck. If Florida beat Georgia,
you don't believe that?
Boy, he will be on watch. Boy,
Florida ain't beat Georgia in 3 years. You don't believe that? Not for real.
Hey, look, I really think Georgia can win out though.
I don't.
I want to.
Of course.
No, I'm a Georgia dog too. Though.
Oh yeah. Of
but,
course.
Hey, but look here though. We can't lose South Carolina, champ.
I mean, hey, it happens.
No, it don't happen.
It don't happen to top tier team. It only happens when you're a pretender.
It happens.
Top tier. It don't happen to top tier.
It happens. Conference loss. I mean, what you want to say?
Shit, you gonna eat that? You gotta eat
that. You got no choice.
Hey, I mean, it happens, man. Conference loss. Hey, SEC any given Saturday, man. Keep it rolling, man. On to the big boy football.